We'll be talking about Maryland's women's team for the next hour and what a start they have had. We hope you'll have a chance to come out and catch them at home when they have home games coming up the rest of the year. But they're off to a phenomenal start, number 7 in the country, and they knock off Indiana yesterday at Xfinity Center, 82-67, a 15-point win, and what had to be one of the most memorable weekends that you have ever experienced in your coaching career.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just incredible. I can't believe that it already was the 20th anniversary of our 2006 national championship team. And I know we'll talk about them here a little later, but just a great way to be able to honor them by just the way the team played. I mean, they came out, they punched first. We really pride ourselves on making that coach and that opponent call the first time out. And we've done that a lot from the tip. But I thought we had a great response, especially coming off of our first loss with Illinois, and just, executed the game plan really, really well.
And when you look at your team right now, Coach, you are 15-1. Ranked number 7. The rankings will come out later on today. In conference play, you're now 3-1. And I think the energy in Xfinity Center yesterday was evidenced by when you salute the national championship team. I think it picks everybody up, including your current team.
It really does. I mean, just seeing in the pregame, just the attention and well-deserved, bringing them out and being able to recognize them. And obviously, it was a whiteout, and you could feel the energy and the adrenaline that we had. We had a great pregame ceremony for the 06 team before the game. So, it was electric. That's for sure.
When you look at what you did yesterday, Aluchi Akanawa will be with us later on.
Yep.
And she had a career-high 34 points. The numbers were off the charts. Almost 33 minutes on the floor, hit 12 of 22 shots, 3 of 7 from 3, 7 of 9 at the line, a couple of rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. That's a pretty good day at the office.
It's a phenomenal day at the office. And all Aluchi keeps doing is just getting these career highs, last time in Xfinity, she had a career high. Then she follows it up.
28?
Yeah. And then follows it up yesterday. But I think what's the most impressive piece of that is she's just a dominant two-way player. The fact that she had to guard the best player the entire game with Shea, and make her life miserable, which she did. She's the point top of our press, sets the tone, so she's picking up full court. And you do that on the defensive end. Usually players will then take, the other end off. And then she goes out and has a career high on the offensive end for us. So those are your special players, the elite of the elite. And she just prides herself on every single possession, just wanting to be the best.
When did you start thinking about maybe we can get her to transfer from down south, just across the Virginia border, to come to Maryland? Most valuable player, outstanding player of the ACC tournament last year.
Yeah, well, you never can make a player transfer, but I think you're always aware. I mean, I knew who Aluchi was. I'm very good friends with her high school coach. And so I, not only in the recruitment period when she was in high school, then watching her go to Duke, and like you said, 2 years, and coming off the bench and being named 6th man, and then following that her sophomore year as the most outstanding player. And then when you get Aluchi, you realize and you see why she's so good is just because she puts the work and the time into her game. I can't tell you how many times in our practice facility, my office overlooks the court, and I look down on the court and she's on the gun, working on her 3-ball. She's in the gym, working on her free throws. She's always in the gym and never satisfied. And that's when you have a really special
player. And Aluchi will be with us a little bit later on in the show to talk about her time here at Maryland compared to where she was down on the other side of the border, and so forth. And when you talked about the number 1 scorer coming in, who led the Big Ten, I believe, in scoring, Chesky was averaging 23, 24 points a game. She made it difficult for her to even get the ball yesterday.
It was a thing of beauty to be able to watch. And yeah, I mean, we wanted to be able to limit her even being able to get the ball, to get catches. And every time Aluchi was on her, every shot that Shea had to get, it was under duress with Aluchi. So I haven't had time to go back and see how many times she actually scored off of Aluchi versus anyone else. I'm sure it was limited because she made her life miserable.
She only took 9 shots in the game yesterday. Chesky.
Yeah.
She was 5 of 9, 1 of 3 from 3. Went to the line 7 times, hit 6 of those. Wound up with 17 points, way beneath her season average.
Yeah, and I love it. We were really tuned in as a team, but Aluchi really, sets the tone for us. And the fact that she prides herself so much on defense and the 50-50 balls that you've watched all season long, she raises that level of play, that motor that makes our team go.
And that 34 points she scored, the most since Kaylin Schmeichel had 36 against Washington last year.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Need more of that.
Ozzy Mamadou had a pretty good game too. 15 rebounds. That's a career high, along with 12 points.
She's another player for us that I don't think she's starting to understand how valuable she is, but the motor piece for us. And when she's getting on the glass, it impacts us to a greater degree. And I thought she showed at most minutes she's played. That's what she's capable of doing night in and night out, a double-double and getting those boards for us. So really proud of her because she's put a lot of work in. So
the Terrapins come back after that very tough loss at Illinois on Thursday. They lost by 3, 73-70. First loss of the year. They come back. They win yesterday by 15. 82-67. We're brought to you by Thompson Creek. Thompson Creek Window Company, proud partner of Maryland Terrapins. Thompson Creek designs, they build, they install replacement windows from their local Maryland factory where you get high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman markup. We're talking to Maryland Set basketball coach Brenda Frese. We'll come back to Lido's in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Well, the University of Maryland Medical System is the official medical team of the Terrapins, where you and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that the athletes receive. You can learn more at umms.org/better. University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's healthcare champion. We're at Lido's in College Park. They got the best doggone pizza you will ever eat, and Coach can attribute to that if she doesn't have a mouthful of pizza right now. And happy to have you with us as we're talking about Maryland women's basketball. So the national championship team comes back to Xfinity Center yesterday. You had 10 women that represented you as they won their first national championship 20 years ago. And I think we all remember what happened on Route 1 in College Park after you won the national championship coming back from Boston. Does it seem like 20 years?
No, I mean, it just went by in a blink of an eye. Sometimes it's so quickly, but then other times, then you're like, yeah, actually it has. But I think it was such an incredible weekend being able to celebrate them Saturday night with the dinner that we had, and being able to celebrate them and their families, and having so many of the players and staff and support staff that came back. And then Sunday there was a pregame reception before the game, and honored them with the pregame in front of the crowd. So just so well deserved. I've said, this current team reminds me a lot of them, because the chemistry, the sisterhood, the unselfishness are very, very similar between the two teams, and the belief, right? We were talking earlier about that Minnesota game. No other team in the country could have came down 9 and in 45 seconds been able to win in that double overtime game. So again, just really, really proud that, after 20 years, we were able to, bring Shea Duran back from Israel, and her dad was there, and just being able to get them all here.
That was a year you only lost 4 games that year. You lost to Duke twice regular season. Then you beat them in the ACC tournament, I believe. You lost to Carolina. You lost to Tennessee, I think, as well.
Yep.
And that was it. And you just had a phenomenal group of women that worked together, that had the same goal that you had and all the coaches had. And the electricity around the program was kind of like it is today when you look at a start of 15-1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, that team went 6-0 in overtime, and just had an inner belief and inner confidence. And again, you look at this team, and the other day, and obviously you see how talented every team is in the Big Ten, and when you go on the road, and just how much better you have to be with your possessions. And we lose our first game, and perspective, like we hate to lose, but it was our first loss. And this team is just so hungry and motivated. They want to be the best, and they really work hard to try to be the very best.
When you win the national championship, you had to go through and knock off Sacred Heart, St. John's, Baylor, Utah, North Carolina, and then Duke for the national championship. That's a pretty tough run.
A very tough run. And when you talk about just having things, we had to play Baylor, who was the defending national champions, to get to an Elite Eight. We get to that Elite Eight against Utah, and then we come down with massive stomach flu and bug to have to win that game in overtime. So, and then, North Carolina and Duke were ranked number 1 and 2 most of the season. So, just to see how it unfolded, and just storybook to be able to see it happen.
So coming back yesterday, when you look at the roster from the national championship team, Laura Harper was here yesterday, and Marissa Coleman, Crystal Langhorn, Christy Tolliver, Shea Duran, Ashley Newman, Charmaine Carr, Jade Perry, Angel Ross, and Christy Marone. All those came back. Some of them came from long distance to be here.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, obviously Shea being the furthest, but just and even all the way from our athletic trainer, our strength coach, our associate athletic director, our athletic, they all came back. Our assistant coach, Erica Floyd. So it was really cool just to hear the stories. I mean, some of the stories that came out of Saturday night, like it's like a parent, when your kid's all grown up and then they start telling you what they really did. And so that was probably my favorite, was just because that to me is what it's all about. If my players and teams don't have those stories of their sisterhood and their journey, then there's something wrong. And so that was probably my most favorite part, was Saturday night, just like reliving a lot of those stories.
Coach, I would imagine every one of these women that came back were thinking, if I could just put this uniform on one more time and just walk out there in this court one more time, I'm sure they just had a boatload of memories like you do.
Yeah, no question. It happens so fast when you're in the grind of it, the thick of it. You don't think it's ever going to end sometimes, especially when you're a freshman, a sophomore, and then all of a sudden you look up and you're a junior or a senior and it's almost over. And but I think the coolest thing with that group is that sisterhood, and has just stayed together. They come back, and once a year, I mean, Shea's very intentional of getting over her, and reaches out to me every single time she comes over, and we have to go over to Jerry Seafood, and she's got to get her crab bomb and have me pay for it, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Rightly so. But it brought her daughter over, which was really cool. But they're really good about staying connected and staying together.
And the national championship team wound up 34 and 4 to win it all. And when you look at the box score, right off the top of my head, Harper had 16 in that game with 7 rebounds, 10 points, 14 boards for Marissa Coleman. A phenomenal game she had.
Yeah, I mean, and again, just a freshman. I mean, when you look at Tolliver with the biggest shot making that, and then when you talk about Marissa, like they were fearless. They didn't know any better. They, the same thing from my end. A lot of people ask, like, we win it in 4 years. I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy. We'll be back. And, we've been back to Final Fours, but it's really, really hard to do. You have to line up and play the right way and have the right teams that you've got to face. So an incredible team.
Christy Tolliver finished with 16 in that game, 12 points for Langhorne and 16 for Shea Durant as Maryland wins it. They knock off Duke in Boston 20 years ago yesterday. SeatGeek's the official ticket marketplace for the Maryland Terrapins. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets for the women's game, SeatGeek is the place to do it. We'll come back to Lido's in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Johnny Holiday along with Maryland women's basketball coach Brenda Frese. We're at Lido's in College Park. If you're ready for showtime, grab some Testudo Premium Lager. That's the official craft beer of the Maryland Terrapins by Union Craft Brewing Company. Coach, when you look back over your illustrious career at the University of Maryland, which is now in its 20-some-odd year of coaching, and you look back over the season that you had, first time you won 30-plus games, it was the national championship year. You came back in 2007 and 08. You won 33 games. You won 31 in the 11-12 season, then 34, 31, 32, back to back from 2014 through 2017. To make up a roster like that in those days, it's totally different than what you have to go through to get a roster now. This day and age, you got 7 new bunch of freshmen. You got your 3 outstanding transfers to make up this year's team.
Yeah, it's definitely different times. It's every year your rosters are going to be ever changing, but I think that's something that our staff is really tuned into, very intentional. That the chemistry piece, the bonding look like is going into the summer. So we're big on that, but can't say enough between the staff and how much work they put into this current roster. I felt like all the right pieces of who we needed and what we needed to put in place. It fell right. Sometimes it doesn't for you, and we've seen that, but it was awesome to be able to see that take place.
And to be successful like you are, to win 679 games, 621 of those here in College Park. You have to adjust with the times. You have to change with the times. Have you adjusted that much more in your changing of your coaching strategy that you had 20 some odd years ago compared to now?
100%. But like we didn't used to do a lot in the summertime where it would be more skill work, and we
How about
really
the analytics too? Has changed too.
yeah, the analytics has changed. Being able to with your current roster, scouting within the transfer portal as well. But I mean, even I used to. It was all skill work in the summer because you knew what you had coming in and coming out every year. Now it's 9-month, 1-year rosters that you have to be really intentional with. So we'll start practices in the summertime. We, are really tuned into, like I said, the bonding part, the roster, just knowing that they're 1-year rosters. You hope you have them for multiple years. You hope you have them for 4 years when you bring those freshmen in, but just staying true to the present and being able to, for us, we love developing our players and within our system. I think for us, when players transfer in, they know that they're going to be in a system where they're going to thrive. Aluchi's a perfect example, Yarden as well. And they understand when they come in here that this system works, and it's been really good for us.
How do you make sure to get the right blend, right mix, not only basketball talent, but to be able to go with everybody else as a group and blend in, and also off the court focus as well?
You're right. And the culture piece is really, really important, because year 24, when you had that longevity, your culture, it was built. And it was a top down where your seniors could really lead that. And now when you're bringing in transfers, you're asking them to be a part of that culture piece, and they haven't had the years behind it, but they've acclimated very quick. And I think having that blend when you've had players here, but also, when you bring in older players, they also have great leadership pieces, and they're able to embody that to bring your freshmen up.
When I look at all the coaches who have worked with you, who have gone on to other jobs, either in the administration or the coaching end of it, you got to sit back and say, I've done some good things with my coaching. Look where my staff has gone on.
100%. And I'll say two things. Yesterday, they did a Dobo pick. So director of basketball ops, all the director of basketball ops at Maryland, there was like 7 of them. And I was sat there and I was like, oh, that is so cool. Right.
7 to 24 years,
like to see at Maryland in my time. But then the odd thing is you've only had 3 head coaches.
Yeah.
So you've had all these Dobos come through. And so that was, a really cool moment to be able to see. And then, I mean, you look at what Karen Blair just had a huge weekend. They beat Duke. And then, as a head coach, and then she went to SMU, her alma mater, and had a big win there. So, when you get to see some of those wonderful moments, like you kind of sit back and pinch yourself. Even with the 06 team, you're able to kind of take a moment. And for me to kind of relive those games. And as I was getting prepared for my speeches for those events, I got to go down memory lane again with that team. And I haven't done that in a really long time. So it just incredible.
A lot of coaches don't like to go down memory lane. They're so focused on what's happening today, but there's nothing wrong with that. Going
There's
back
not.
and
I
saying,
think we spend so much time, we remember the losses. And we're so tuned into what's next and the next scout to prepare this current team. So luckily for me, in the winter break that we had off, I was able to get ahead on a lot of things because I wanted to enjoy this weekend. I didn't want to be, having a focus where I didn't have our team prepared for what was ahead with Indiana. But I also wanted to be prepared and have the present moment with this team. So it was awesome.
A weekend to remember in College Park, and the Terps top it off with a win yesterday. And still coming up, Maryland fans, Food Lion's the proud sponsor of the Score to give more program for every free throw the Terps make this season. Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to the local food banks of College Park. More from Lido's in College Park in just a minute with Coach Brenda Frese on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service. because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Before we talk avid Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
And we'll take this in about 15 seconds. What do we got? Johnny Holiday with Maryland's head women's basketball coach Brenda Frese back at Ledo's in College Park. Brought to you by Thompson Creek. Our next Talking Terps show with Maryland basketball, presented by Thompson Creek, is coming up with Coach Williams. That'll be next Monday at noon. The show will air on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Coach, you look at the teams in the top 25. There are 8 Big Ten teams, and that shows how tough and how rugged this conference is every single time you step on the floor.
Every single time. And even the teams that aren't ranked, like Illinois should have been ranked. We'll see as that comes out. Washington just had a great win over the weekend. They beat Michigan, who was in the top 10. I think there was a post out there of how many teams got beat this past weekend that were in the top 25. So the parity is real. Parity is real. It doesn't matter if you're ranked, unranked. With these rosters anymore, there's so much parity, so much talent within our game, and you have to be ready to play.
And as you look at your schedule coming up, you'll be at Rutgers on Thursday. That's a 7 o'clock tip. You're back home on Sunday, 4 o'clock against the Buckeyes of Ohio State. That should be fun.
Yeah, they're our double, and they're another ranked opponent. We always have extreme battles with them. I'm sure they haven't forgot what that game looked like last year when it went down to the wire and Sarah Tibiasu hit that shot for us. So every game, Rutgers always plays us really, really hard. We'll get their best shot, just like we did with Indiana yesterday, and then after that, it gets really easy. We go out to LA and play USC and UCLA, and then come back to ranked Iowa. So they're going to be battles, but I love it. This is why these guys are here, and you want to be the best, you got to play the best.
In 16 games you played so far, you've been scoring 80 points or more almost every single game, except for 2, I think. Is there anything that really catches your eye that we have to improve on to continue winning the games we're winning and expected to win?
Well, this team will tell you I'm big right now on them. Too many turnovers. So I was very proud yesterday. I think we had 12, which was a season, really low for us. And, because we are so good at scoring, and when we can put the ball at the basket versus losing possessions, it matters, especially when you come down to a possession game against Illinois. You're going to have more teams that are also going to be possession games. I love when you look at Aluchi's assist to turnover ratio yesterday. I mean, she's been really intentional in that piece. for her game, and as a team, like we need to clean that up because our offense is so good.
1 turnover, 3 assists.
Yeah, I mean that's huge because the ball is in her hands a lot, and she's making plays at the right time for her teammates, and then clearly scoring because we need her to do that as well. So just finding that blend.
This team had one of the greatest comebacks in Maryland basketball women's history in December at Minnesota. You win that thing in double overtime, first double overtime win. And it was an incredible game to watch.
It really was, and just a thing of beauty. I mean, it had a lot of emotions, highs and lows, and even in the first overtime and battling from behind. And you got to remember, with a really thin roster now, with all the injuries that we have, that was the first day where KK was announced that wasn't going to be playing. We've lost 2 starters with Leia and KK. Potentially, Bree McDaniel would have been in that lineup somewhere. This season is out for the year, and then Ava McKinney. So I'm not sure most teams could withstand that, but it speaks to this team and their belief. When you talk about being down 9 with 45 seconds to go in double overtime, and they never flinched. They never thought they were going to lose that game, and that's who this team is, which is a lot of fun to be able to coach when you have that belief in the locker room.
And Poffenbarger had a career high 30 points in that game.
Yeah, I mean, she, I loved her leadership, and her voice was in the huddle, and just so willing the team and the belief. It was really important.
It's been off to a great start for you guys at 15-1 now, and you've got some after the next 2 games. Then you go to the West Coast and play 2 games out there, right?
We do. We have our LA swing, and so we'll go out there to play USC and UCLA, and two great teams as well. But this is where it's at when you're in conference play. Every team is really, really good. Every team can play, and so you got to be able to bring your A+ game.
All the best against Rutgers on Thursday, and then back home against Ohio State on Sunday. Coach, thank you. Always great to be with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Always great to be with you, Johnny.
Thank you. That'll wrap up our show from Lido's in College Park for Coach Frese and for Aluchi, Johnny Holiday. Thanks for joining us, and good night.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these 2. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa! Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing, and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
At Planet Fitness, no 2 members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
1 more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa! Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing, and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
You got this.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa!
Our special guest tonight on as we talk Maryland basketball with Coach Frese, brought to you by the University of Maryland Medical System for better treatments, better outcomes. That's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Aluchi, great to have you with us, and congratulations on a game to remember against Indiana on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. You've had great games in the past. Did you know that you were just about to have a season high in points?
No, not at all, of course. Just going into the game, I never really set my mind on any sort of amount of points I'm supposed to hit. So, yeah, I was just going in it like any other game.
You spent a couple of years down at Duke. playing for the Blue Devils.
Yes.
Most outstanding player of the ACC basketball tournament. What was the key for you leaving there to come here?
Yeah. I think the biggest key was assimilation. Of course, watching Maryland, watching the way Coach Brenda coaches, my biggest point of emphasis was being able to have a seamless transition. I mean, of course, I believe that, hey, this is for me offensively and defensively. I see myself being a big piece of this team and I can fit in. And I think then from that was just putting in the work to make that come into fruition.
A lot of women want to just score, just put the points up, okay? You play both ends of the floor. You play the defense, you play the offense. Look at the numbers of Chesky yesterday, averaging, 23, 24, 25 points a game.
Yeah.
And she had to work for every shot she took.
Yeah.
That's good defense.
It's something I pride myself on, honestly. Since I started playing the game of basketball, I started in the driveway with my two older brothers. Oh, man, how old was I? Young.
7, 6, 5.
Yeah, I think around that age, maybe even younger. Honestly, yeah, because my brothers are complete sports junkies. They always said that they wished I came out a boy. So since that didn't happen, they decided they can still force some of that manly traits on me, which of course was going in the driveway, playing basketball. I mean, and I say to this day, they never went easy on me, and people laugh and they think I'm joking, but you think like playing against like your 5-year-old sister, some let me have none. And I think that's really where I developed the toughness and the chip on my shoulder I played
When did you give up gymnastics?
Yes, my first love sport. I gave
Wait a minute, your first love is gymnastics?
It is. I always say my first love is gymnastics, but my true love is basketball, hands down. But I gave that up in middle school. I just started growing too tall.
You're 5'10". What, 5'10" now?
Yeah, 5'9". I'm 5'9" now. So that is not gymnastics height at all, of course. And
you got to be 4'11".
Yes. No, seriously, like
4'11",
4'11", like 5'2", like around that height area. And I mean, like, I was younger than the older girls, and I was past that. And it was like, okay, I think it's going to be coming to an end soon. So I ended that in middle school, and then that's really when my focus is just pivoted to basketball.
Okay. When you compare the ACC to the Big Ten, major difference?
Yeah, major difference in terms of the fact that every night is a dogfight. You look at the schedule, and genuinely, whether they're ranked doesn't matter, their record doesn't matter. They are going to give you a run for your money, especially when it's away games as well, and it's on their home court.
You got Rutgers on Thursday up there.
Yep.
You got Ohio State here on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Then you hit the road for a couple of pretty tough games after that. Schedule does not get any easier.
No, not at all. I mean, I could even say that this might be our most crucial point in our schedule, because this is when everyone needs every win at this point. And yeah, it's a long stretch, and we just have to weather the storm, stay in it, not just physically, but mentally as well, and get the job done.
You're in the Robert H. Smith School of Business. That's awfully tough to get in there. Yes. And you're doing good academically, I would assume.
Yeah.
And when people stop you and talk about women's basketball and they say, what makes this team so good? What do you tell them?
Ooh, our versatility. I think it's amazing how different each player on the roster is. Like everyone just brings something completely different, and so that kind of leaves the ability to have limited deficiencies, because whatever you're lacking, someone else certainly has. So I think the diversity in who we are, not just as people, but as basketball players, it's really great.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more with Aluchi in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Before we talk avid Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Before we talk avid Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing, and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Aluchi Akanawa is our special guest on Maryland Basketball Show tonight, with our women's team being focused and featured after that big win over Indiana yesterday, 82-67. They are now 15-1. They're 2-2 in conference play and ranked number 7 in the country. When I look at your box score from yesterday, you played almost 33 minutes, 12 of 22 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. Went to the line 9 times and hit 7 of those. Had a couple of rebounds. You had 3 assists. You had 3 steals, and you wound up at 34 points. Only Kayleen Schmeichel had 36 against Washington last year. It's the most points since then. And the game before at home, he had 28 against Wisconsin. So can we expect like 40 coming up against Rutgers on Thursday night?
I mean, it's really like I told you. I don't go in putting in any expectations on myself, and I think maybe that's what helps in the freedom of play and style and allowing me to get these amazing milestones. But yeah, I'm just so excited for.
What do you like to improve? What would you like to improve on?
A lot. Truthfully, I'm very critical of my game, and I still feel like there's a lot of development pieces to it. The coaching staff would definitely say my passing, especially my post passing. So that's definitely something I need to work on.
How about the assist game?
Yeah, that as well. I mean, it's all hand in hand in terms of, when I drive, I just draw so much attention to myself. So being able to consistently.
Somebody's got to be free.
Exactly. So consistently seeing that and getting that on time, on target is really the next step.
Any conversation yesterday with Chesky as the game progressed and she was trying to get some shots off and you're right there in her face?
No conversations. I'm too locked in.
How about after the game?
Yeah, no, none either.
Oh, really? No.
No.
You didn't wish her well or anything, huh?
No.
No, there you go.
No connection there. Just office.
Easy for you to say. Yeah. I love that. Another day, and they'll just shut them down and let them go. When you came to Maryland, And now you've got a whole bunch of new teammates you're playing with.
Mm-hmm.
And people talk so much about how it takes time to blend in together.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't take you guys that
Yeah,
much time.
no, it really didn't. I mean, I think what goes hand in hand with that is just time we spend with one another. But I love the way that we build our chemistry. I think playing with these girls, you can just tell that off court we have such a great understanding of who we are, and kind of the shared goal that we want to accomplish this season.
When you look at Coach Brenda Frese and what she's done in her 24 years at Maryland, 621 wins have come at this institution.
Yeah.
The win against Indiana was 679 on Sunday. What separates her from the rest of the bunch?
Yeah.
What makes her such a great future Hall of Fame coach?
Yeah. I mean, you hit it on the nose when you were talking to her early in terms of her adaptation. I think for her to be in this business for over 20 years and the hectic nosedive it's taken with NIL and the transfer portal and recruitment, and it's just like watching so many other head coaches kind of buckle under that or not be able to adapt with that as well, but her just welcome it, and really embrace it, and most importantly succeed at it. I think it's really special.
You mentioned NIL, you mentioned the transfer portal, how difficult it must be for a player to have to go through all of that in this day and age, because everybody's got the same pitch. Come and play for us, and you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But this is different here.
Yeah.
It's more, you talk about family. This is family.
Mm-hmm. Right on. And honestly, going through that process took years off my life. I'll always be honest about that. But
headaches.
The way but what saved the years of my life, honestly, was just knowing that Maryland was the place. And when I knew that, I did not want to waste any sort of time talking with this coach, talking with that coach, planning a visit here, Maryland was my only visit. And for some time, it was like, am I going to take a visit this place? But then I was like, well, why? I found my home. I found where I want to be.
When you talk to young kids, young kids want to be like Aluchi. They want to play the game. They want to be as good as you in every phase of the game. What advice to young kids that want to play basketball? There's more to it than just what you see on the floor.
Of course. I mean, what you see on the court is just a small blip, kind of all the preparation that's needed off court, and I think the biggest word that comes to mind for me is consistency in sleep, consistency in diet, consistency in working out. It's all the boring stuff, that when I was younger, I didn't want to hear and just didn't sound too fun. But I mean, that's the stuff that's going to get you to where you want to get to. Yeah.
Well, continued success to you guys. It's been a murderous schedule so far. The toughest probably still to come. But as Coach mentioned, and I think you mentioned earlier, every single game you got that mark on your back. You're a marked team, and they want to knock off Maryland to make it their biggest win of the year.
Exactly. Yeah, no, she's 100% correct.
Been a pleasure having you with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, all the best. We'll have more from Coach Frese coming up in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better